Alright, so I went on this photo walk today. Just put my GoPro on top of my camera and decided to see what I got, I'm shooting my Canon R5 and I have the Canon vintage 35mm f2 lens. It's a 2.8 lens. Just kept that lens on it, simple. Just wanted to see what it did. So first off, just this nice long street in the park. I really liked the curves on it and the way the leading lines, the shadows, everything like that. I'm coming up here now on this exercise equipment, and I really liked this. It almost reminded me of a drum seat, but this sort of seat on a coil. I don't know, for something about it just stood out to me compared to the rest of the equipment. So I ended up taking, I think, 2 frames on this, what you're seeing here. I'm kind of framing up. I'm deciding what aperture I want to use, things like that. So those are the 2 images. And then this is just down the road a little bit. You can kind of actually see the exercise equipment there to the left. Yeah, not my favorite shot, but both of them I think are cool, light and dark, that kind of thing. So now I'm just keep walking down this path and came up on these trees that were so close together, they almost look like twins or something. So I wanted to get a nice picture of the 2 of them without the garbage can in the way, ideally. Now, of course, with the GoPro, you're seeing a much wider view than what I saw on my 35, even though 35 is pretty wide. But that's why you don't see those garbage cans. One thing I really like in photos is texture, and this railing here had a lot of texture with the rust between the green and the browns, and I just really liked again leading lines and stuff like that. So it's just sort of framing up and again deciding what aperture would be best for the image. Okay, so this is just from the other side now. Again, kind of seeing that different colors and things like that. I know it's black and white, but just different tones, I guess, more or less. And I did a pretty shallow depth of field on that one, I think 2.8. Don't mind the beer socks and shorts. Again, like I said, I was exercising at the same time, so it's a little bit of a funny outfit to be taking photos in, but you do what you got to do. Anyway, this is now crossing the bridge. I always like stone, the way stone looks. Gives it, again, texture is a key word here. And now while I was walking, there was a lady with her dog, and the dog came right up to me, just started taking photos, and throughout this whole thing I'm speaking to her. I cut a lot of this out, but basically explaining, that I had a manual focus lens, and I was shooting in black and white, but I could put it back into color, although in my head I always knew they were going to be black and white. So but yeah, just trying to get the dog to look in my direction and focus at the same time was not easy. So, but we got a good couple ones. That's my favorite one, these 2 right here. She didn't ask to get the images or anything like that. It was just to have a good day, and on I went. I think she was just happy to have the dog get a little attention. So yeah, just walking away, felt good about that one. This is now kind of the other side of the park. Again, really showing some texture on this with the peeling paint and rust. Yeah, this one's a good favorite of mine too. So yeah, I don't recommend what I'm about to do, which is, of course, walking very close to the edge of the water here. But I'm showing you to show that it can be done. I don't recommend doing it. But I wanted to get this waterfall in a closer angle, and since I only had a 35 on me, I had to actually physically get close to it. And I played around with a slower shutter to kind of get that softer water, and then that second one was a little bit of a faster shutter. And then randomly there's this little shovel in the river, so I decided to take a picture of it. Just some ducks. I like ducks, so I took a picture of them. Took a couple, but that was my favorite one of them. And now this building was there. It's like a little coffee shop they have in the park there. I'm a sucker for American flags. You'll see it repeat later. But yeah, I just like the windows and then the flag itself. Simple shot, trying to line the benches up kind of in a line there. I don't really like the water bottle there, but so be it. And then this shot, this is where my GoPro died, so this is the last video I have of it. But yeah, it's just a nice stair shot, and the rest are just the rest of the photos I got on my walk, just kind of going through some of them. Some of the basketball, I really like the basketball hoop ones, and just some leaves on the way home, the school by my house, again another one with a picture. I really like the Frankenstein for some reason. It really just stood out to me, especially being this random mask on the fence. So anyway, thanks for joining me on this walk, and I hope you enjoyed it.